Hello, 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 party people of the Team Life with Purpose Wellness Group. Okay, Coach Christina Rivoli here. Let me adjust this because my head's being cut off. Let's see if anybody's going to jump on live with me. I know it's midday. Well, it's actually almost lunchtime for Pacific or West Coast people. So maybe, hopefully, somebody's on live. Let's see. Come on, come on, come on. I'm a little hyper right now because I'm drinking my Energize. Yeah, Energize from the Beachbody Performance line. Who has Energize here? Raise your hand in the comment section if you have Energize, because it's like a lifesaver for me sometimes. Like, I don't have this daily. Don't get me wrong. I do not have this daily. I think I'd go crazy if I had this daily. It's like a boost of energy that it comes on subtle, but then it hits and you're like on fire. I gotta work out. I gotta, get this done. And then it gradually lessens and lessens. There's no like dip crash like some of the other lines do. That's why I really love this performance line. And it's being sponsored by, it's being sponsored by the Ironman Foundation. I think that's what it's called. So the people that do the Ironman and those kind of athletes, they use the performance line. So it's NSF certified, which means Olympians and professional athletes can use it because there's no chemicals or any of that in the performance line. So because they have to get blood tested, they have to submit urine samples to make sure they're not using what's it called, like the steroids or anything like that. So it's NSF certified for sports use. So gotta love that. Simple little fact. Okay, so I wanted to come on live and talk about like highs and lows of our daily lives, of our journeys, and just really share the core of how I came about to building this team, building this wellness team that is now here. So back in 2012, for those of you that do not know my story, back in 2012, or actually it was December of 2011, I was a social worker and I was emergency response, so I dealt with the emergency calls for child abuse. So it was a heavy career, heavy on my heart career, a lot of stress, a lot of time away from my family. And at the time, I wasn't taking care of myself physically or mentally, and it was draining every single aspect of my life. So it was draining my marriage, my relationships with coworkers, my relationships with my own family members. I felt as a mom, I wasn't living to my potential, and I wasn't being the kind of mom that I hoped I was going to be. Aiden, who is now 6, he was only 2, or he was going to be 2 at the time. It was right before his 2nd birthday. And I was carrying the 35 pounds of baby weight from him. Given I was already overweight when I got pregnant, but I was now 35 pounds of additional baby weight on top of my overweightness. So yeah, it wasn't a pretty picture. I hated getting dressed in the morning. Piles of clothes on my bed every single day because I would try on outfit over outfit and trying to figure out and find something that made me feel somewhat decent, made me feel somewhat pretty, and it was just like disappointment after disappointment, and my bed just piled and piled and piled of clothes. And every time I would come home from work, I would have to spend at least 15 minutes to put all those clothes back into my closet, where the whole cycle the next morning would just happen all over again. Try on different clothes, piles started up, and disappointment in the morning, felt really down about myself, some sort of depression was hitting, and I just was tired of that cycle. So I know many of you, because you are in this group, also felt like that, or some way, shape, or form, which forced you to, or pushed you to make a lifestyle change, to do something better for yourself, to feel better about yourself. hence why you're in this group, why you are taking care of yourself, why you're pushing to become a better version of you. So I was there. Long story short, I started with a program called Turbo Fire. Some of you have done it. You know my love for Turbo Fire. I am like high energy, dancey. It's kickboxing, so like I feel like I kick ass every time I do it. Shalene, the trainer, is incredibly motivating. She is my personal mentor, even though she doesn't know it. I look to her towards business to fitness. She is my business and fitness mentor. And the love of my life, even though she doesn't know it. I'm not obsessed. I'm obsessed, but not like crazy obsessed like that, kind of like stalkerish. But she does play a vital role on who I am today. So that's the program I started with. Lost 20 pounds with that 90-day program, and which catapulted into my love for, what's the word I'm looking for? My love for empowering others to do the same for themselves. Hence why you guys are here. And that's how the grassroots of how Team Life with a Purpose started. You know, it was just me and my journey, and I was in a private group with 5 other girls. We were all doing Turbo Fire. We all started the same day. We all tried to finish the same day, but some of us, including myself, missed workouts, so I had to make them up. But life happens throughout the way, and we have highs and we have lows. And I am no exception to the highs and lows that life brings. So how do you get yourself to dig yourself out of low points and just like push to move forward? And I think the simplest way that I can explain it is by surrounding like when I'm in that low point, I need to surround myself with other people that are going to uplift and motivate me to do better, to be better, to want to feel better. And that's why I love this wellness team. That's why I love Legacy Elite. That's why I love Team Life with a Purpose coaches, because I feel like we do that for each other. I feel like our wellness team is super strong. The ones that share in here on a constant basis, you feel that, because hence why you are getting results. And where others like fall off the wagon, stop posting, stop being accountable, like they just stop and they give up sometimes. And then they come back, and you know, it's fine. Like, we're all on our journey and we all have highs and lows. But those of you that share your lows and share how you're feeling, what you are feeling, that is a process of healing, of growth that motivates you and pushes you to get out of your rut. And I want to commend you on that, because that is the foundation of why I built Team Life with a Purpose. Because even though there are days where we're on top of the world and we're badass and we kicked ass in our workout, our eating is on point, we ate all our green containers, we only had 1 blue container and 1 orange container, like we are bomb diggity people. And then there's other days where birthday cake happens, where personal experience, where my husband brings food to the house that is not container approved, where I don't know how it's cooked, where we are randomly invited to go out to dinner, and like we don't want to be rude to say no, and I try to make the best choices that I can, but deep down inside I kind of feel like I failed, because I kind of know that this wasn't the healthiest option that I could have chosen. And then, you know, I get down on myself and I beat myself up, and then I'm bloating because of all the salt intake that I not accidentally, but I ingested. And then I jump on the scale to make myself feel even worse, because I already feel bloated and I know the scale is going to reflect it. And that evil damn scale just makes me feel worse. And then I'm at a low again. I don't know if you guys can relate or not, but I'm pretty sure you can, that those kind of moments suck. But when you are in this mindset of, I'm going to be better no matter what, then you share about it. and you can share about it privately in our group. You can share about it on your Facebook page. You can share about it with your coworkers, with your family members, with your mom, with your spouse. And it's really vital that you have that kind of support system surrounding you. If you don't have it at home, get friends around you, like physically, either at work, gather a group of friends at work to do like a healthy lunch. I know Teresa had posted about that a few months back, that she and a group of her coworkers were doing healthy lunch exchanges. So one person would bring in a healthy lunch for everybody in that group, in that circle, and they would interchange every single day. So you only had to worry about bringing lunch one time a week. It's an awesome idea. Like, I wish I had that when I was working in my office as a social worker. I totally would have done that with my coworkers, because we were all trying to lose weight. Like, everybody around you is trying to be healthy, is trying to lose weight, wants to feel better about themselves. So you be the catapult to uplift them, show them what you're doing, teach them about your containers and portion control and how many greens you're allowed, how many blues and how many reds and purples. Share that knowledge. Knowledge is power. Like, we hear that, I've heard that since I was a little girl. Knowledge is power. And when you are uplifting others in that sense, like, you don't have to be like a quote unquote coach. You don't have to be in my position. You don't have to be in your coach's position. You can be a coach in your own way, not officially, but like, when you uplift somebody else, that is when your own journey takes off. And I learned that along the way. You know, I wasn't always a coach, but I was always trying to uplift my coworkers to do better and be better. And I'm pretty sure in one way or shape or another, you have that heart, that giving heart, that heart to uplift and empower others. So that's how you get out of your lows, and that's how you stay in your highs, is by sharing the gift of empowerment, helping others become better, where in return you're going to be gifted with results because you feel that you've made a difference in somebody else's life, that you help somebody else become better. Hence, the gift comes back into you. It's the law of reaping and sowing for those of you that are churchgoers, that are into religion. Reaping and sowing. You know, you give and then you receive. Same concept. Empower others, get out of your lows, stay in your highs, and that's how you become successful in your journey. Keep sharing and being the best versions you can be of yourself. Okay, guys, bye. Have a great one.